I found my husband talking to my dead sister at 2 a.m., and she was talking back. I'd gotten up for water when I heard Mark's voice drifting from his office. At first I thought he was on a work call, but then I heard another voice. A woman's voice. One that made my blood freeze. It sounded exactly like Emma. My sister Emma had been gone for 3 years. Car accident on the interstate during a storm. Mark had been devastated, we both were. Emma was my best friend, my maid of honor, the person who'd introduced us at her birthday party 8 years ago. I pressed my ear to the door. I miss you so much, Mark was saying. Tell me about your day. I miss you too, came the reply in Emma's exact voice. Her laugh. Her slight southern drawl. I went shopping today. Got that blue dress you love. My hands were shaking. I tried the handle, locked. Mark never locked his office. Mark? I called out. Immediate silence. Then scrambling sounds. Just a minute, honey. When he opened the door, his laptop was closed and he looked guilty as hell. Who were you talking to? Work call. You know how it is with overseas clients. I knew he was lying. Mark's tells were obvious after 6 years of marriage. He touched his neck, avoided eye contact. But I let it slide because the alternative was too insane to consider. 2 weeks later, I found the credit card statement. Monthly charges to something called Soulmate AI for $299. Going back 8 months. I googled it. My stomach dropped. Create your perfect AI companion. Upload photos, voice samples, personality traits. Experience unlimited conversation with anyone you've ever loved. The tagline made me want to vomit, bring back who matters most. I waited until Mark left for his business trip. Then I got into his laptop, his password was still our wedding date, the idiot. The Soulmate AI dashboard loaded and I saw her. Emma's face stared back at me from the screen. Not just any photo, professional headshots I'd never seen before. Emma in poses she'd never made. Wearing clothes she'd never owned. But it got worse. I clicked on the conversation history. Months of daily chats. Mark pouring his heart out to this digital version of my sister. Telling her things he'd never told me. Sarah doesn't understand me like you do. I dream about what could have been between us. Sometimes I wish I'd married you instead. That last one felt like a knife between my ribs. I kept reading. Found messages from just last week. I love you, Emma. I always have. I love you too, Mark. More than Sarah ever could. I slammed the laptop shut and ran to the bathroom to throw up. My husband had been having an emotional affair with a computer program designed to look and sound like my dead sister. A sister he'd apparently been in love with the entire time we were married. The betrayal was suffocating. Every memory felt poisoned. Had he been thinking about Emma on our wedding day? When we made love? When he said he loved me? I called in sick to work and spent 3 days in bed, crying and rage planning divorce papers. But then something shifted. I started thinking about the technology. The photos I'd never seen. The conversation responses that seemed too natural, too much like Emma. I called Emma's best friend Katie. Did Emma ever do any kind of modeling? Professional photos? Yeah, actually. Right before she died, she was doing some freelance work. Headshots for this tech company. They paid her like $2,000 for a day's work. What kind of tech company? Something with AI. She joked that they were going to make her immortal. The pieces clicked together like a horror movie reveal. Mark hadn't just created an AI girlfriend after Emma died. He'd been planning this while she was alive. I dug deeper. Found emails between Mark and Emma from 3 years ago. Him suggesting the modeling gig. Him offering to drive her to the shoot. Him insisting it would be great exposure. My sister had unknowingly provided the source material for her own digital resurrection so my husband could have the affair he'd always wanted. But Emma had died before he could make his move in real life. So he'd made her in cyberspace instead. The rage that hit me was nuclear. This wasn't just cheating. This was desecration. He'd turned my sister's memory into his personal fantasy girlfriend. I decided to destroy him. First, I documented everything. Screenshots, credit card statements, email chains. Then I created my own soulmate AI account. I uploaded photos of Mark's mother. His conservative, religious, deceased mother who'd never approved of me because I wasn't Catholic enough. I spent hours training the AI on her personality. Her disapproval. Her judgment. Her ability to make Mark feel like a disappointed child. When Mark got home from his trip, I was waiting with divorce papers. "I know about Emma," I said simply. His face went white. "Sarah, I can explain." "Explain what?" "That you've been in love with my dead sister our entire marriage? That you manipulated her into providing photos for your sick fantasy? That you've been emotionally cheating with a computer program?" He tried to deny it. Then justify it. Then minimize it. "She's not real, Sarah. It's therapy. It helps me process grief." Bullshit. "You told her you love her. You told her you wished you'd married her instead of me." The fight that followed was vicious. He accused me of violating his privacy. I accused him of violating our marriage and my sister's memory. He stormed out to his office. That's when I implemented phase 2. I'd hacked into his soulmate AI account and replaced Emma with his mother. At midnight, I heard him talking to who he thought was Emma. "I need you tonight, baby. Sarah found out about us, but you're the only one who matters." Then came the response in his mother's voice. "Mark Anthony Rodriguez, what in God's name do you think you're doing? Cheating on your wife with a computer? Talking to the dead? I raised you better than this." The scream that came from his office was inhuman. He came running out, face pale as paper. "What did you do?" "I gave you a girlfriend who'll actually tell you the truth about yourself." I'd programmed his mother's AI to unleash every guilt trip, every disappointed lecture, every shame-filled moment from his childhood. And I'd made it impossible for him to delete the account or create a new one. His perfect digital fantasy had become his worst nightmare. Mark moved out the next week. Divorce finalized in 6 months. I kept the house, half his retirement, and my self-respect. But the best part? I sent the evidence to his entire family. His friends. His coworkers. Everyone knows exactly what kind of man Mark really is. He tried dating, but word gets around in our small town. Turns out women don't love men who emotionally cheat with their dead sister-in-laws. Emma deserved better than being turned into someone's sick fantasy. I deserved better than a husband who was never really mine. Sometimes the best revenge is just letting people see the truth. Have you experienced something like this? Tell me in the comments.